All right, guys, Hoffa and welcome to another episode of the One Micronesia Podcast. Now, this is the episode. It's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be a good time to sit down and talk with the brothers. I'm glad to have two guests on today, and two awesome guests because both of them have different backgrounds. But when they come together, they're all for good vibes and all for keeping Guam clean. And we'll talk about more of what they got planned in the future. But really, to just talk about how it all began at first. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have Melo and I have Craig. Guys, welcome to the podcast.
Hey.
All right, so thank you. And the reason why I wanted to bring both of you, I didn't want to just bring Melo and then leave out Craig. I wanted to bring both of you because the One Micronesia Podcast is pretty simple. It's about good people doing good things, especially. We kind of, in the past, we've featured people from the outer islands, our brothers and sisters from the outer islands who are on Guam doing good things in sports, in school, whatever you name it, things that, in the areas that they are giving back to the community. But this one I love because we have Melo from the FSM, and then we have Craig from Guam, and then you guys kind of teamed up and the whole collaboration. And what you guys are doing is an awesome thing. So I love that I have both of you on, so that way I can get both perspectives and both ideas on how to make Guam a better place in terms of keeping it clean. So let's start with what you guys did. I know a while back, Craig, you messaged me first, and then I saw the messages and then the pictures on KUAM News, and I'm like, whoa, okay, this is awesome. So let's start with you guys. Quick introduction, real quick, Melo and Craig. Tell me more about you, a little bit more about what you guys do.
Okay, you go first. No, so yeah, my name is Melo. I'm from the FSM. My mom is from Kosrae. My dad's from Chuuk, born and raised on Guam.
Hi guys, my name is Craig. Born on Guam. Family from North and South, so have the best of both worlds.
Nice. All right, so guys, let's just get right into it. We're talking today because we're talking about how beautiful Guam is, and then how it can go from something that's so beautiful to something that's just like, oh, people look like yuck, because we trash it. And I think our main thing to talk about today is the trash on Guam. And you guys, let's talk about how it all began for you guys. What made you guys get into this whole idea of let's start cleaning our beaches and stuff?
So it all started out with a simple barbecue that turned out to be a movement that we all wanted to make.
Mm-hmm.
We're tired of like just sitting around at the house. Like there's so much so much that we can do during the pandemic, and we just wanted to follow through the guidelines of having a good time. And while we were having a good time, we all decided to make a difference after blessing the food and trying to find a purpose. And what we can do during this time is pretty much clean up the island, and then later down the line, when things start going back to normal, we can maybe influence the youth, participate in soup kitchens, and that's what we want to do. We want to give back, and we want to show that there's still light, with everything that's going on. And that's how we founded GVMD.
Awesome. Now, I'm going to take you back to that first day because I know it was, I forgot what the story was, something like you guys were at the beach and then you guys saw all the trash and you were like, man, why is everybody just leaving their trash? And then you guys just started with the trash picking up. So let's start there.
Yeah, so we actually came together after that barbecue we had, and we had an idea of like, let's go make use of our time, go around, see what we can do, what beaches we can hit up, what places we can hit up to pick up trash. And we did some research. We went out, did some reconnaissance, and we saw that Tengisin was one of the hot spots that we wanted to hit up. So that day we went to Tengisin. It was just for we just wanted to see what we could do. We were, the first time we went there, we were really we didn't have enough people on hand. So we told everybody about it. We got everybody back, all the boys, and like, we can do it through 2-3 of us, but it would be better if we get all the boys in on it. So the second time we went, it was about 8 of us, and we started going from the beginning, from the start of Tengisin to the end. And
beachfront.
Yeah, beachfront. And as we were doing this, we noticed some of the kids just playing in the sand. and they started picking up trash as well. And we were like, whoa, that's crazy.
So the family that was there enjoying the beach day, the head of the household, he told all his kids to help us pick up trash, and we grouped them up, we gave them gloves, we did our best to keep them clean as we were cleaning up the beach from Tangisan. And it was very moving because like a family that was enjoying the beach, he wanted to do something, and we went back down there after 10 days, or me and one of our members, and we saw them there. They're still enjoying the beach day. They're camping out. And I asked them like, hey, how'd you like it? How'd you like your kids being on the news and promoting good? He said he loved it. And as they were still staying down there at the beach, they're continuing to put the trash at that spot that we put. Other families, not so much. It looks like it's rapidly growing. To be honest, I think within a family enjoying a beach day down there at Tangisan, they can generate up to 1 to 5 bags of trash or more. And without the proper disposal, or like, a daily pickup of trash, it's going to keep building up. And what we did down there is not going to make a difference.
Yeah, so what we wanted to do is at least do our part and spread that message that
we want to start it.
We if we can do this, everybody else can. So just do your part. Just put it in the right spots. Put it where it can be disposed of properly.
So July 11 was when we did the trash pickup with. I came back 10 days later. Ironically, it was Liberation Day, July 21st. There was a lot of people enjoying the beach. It was a beautiful day, but what I saw was a lot of them were just leaving their trash, And I made an effort to talk to all the families down there at the beach, try and get their insight and promote a cleaner Guam. A good amount of families, they acknowledged, they said thank you, and they'll do their best. Some families, they kind of shunned me as I was trying to talk to them, ask them for a little bit of their time. It showed like they had no interest in like appreciating Guam besides just their family. Like it was a bittersweet moment, but it had to be done.
And that's where we're trying to get our message across. Where this is not just about the present. This is for the future. If you want your kids to enjoy the beaches, spread that message to them through what we're doing. If we can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. Just do your part.
It's a battle. It's a very big battle. Like going through them, I went from the beachfront to the left side, and there's a lot of trash, still a lot of trash. And I just asked, like if they can help out. Some were willing, and then of course some like they didn't have any interest of what I was talking about. So it's okay as long as we try to promote and do our best. I did tell them that we're not just doing this for ourselves; we're doing this for our youth. And home is not just where you sleep; it's the whole island.
Yeah.
And
yeah. I mean, if you really think about it, where your home is at, where you work, or the places you go, it's held up by something. It's held up by an island. And this island won't stay here for long if we keep on, trashing it. Because that 1 or 2 cans you leave behind, that can pile up, and that 1 or 2 cans will turn into a whole other bag. And then if nobody takes care of it, those bags or whatever's inside, whatever chemical is there, will kind of sip through into the soil. And then, and then now we're going to get into the science part of it. And then now, it's really the little things that the people would do that really would make the difference. So you have with your like 2 or 3 cans, just taking those 2 or 3 cans will help. Will also signal as somebody like, oh, they took the trash. We should probably take ours. So I like that you guys did that, and I want to take it back to that day when you guys were picking trash. We're gonna go back a little bit. What was going through your minds as you were going through? Because I'm thinking you weren't just finding cans. You were finding everything from the smallest trash to the biggest one. Let's talk about some of the things that you find and some of the the things that were going through your mind while you're picking up trash? Because at one point you're going to be angry, which is fine. It's human to be angry, to look at something so beautiful yet trash. But as you were cleaning it, like, what were the things that were going through your mind?
It was just so one thing I noticed when we're picking up trash is that we would pick up the trash, and under the trash would be layers and layers and layers of like, it would be like leaves and brush and cans under it, leaves, brush, cans. So it just shows that it's been piling up over the years and nobody's been doing anything about it. So we tried our best to clear out as much as we could, but there's still so much layers, and it just goes to show that this has been an ongoing issue. It's not just now, you know. This has been ever since, and if we can do our part and pick up from where it's been left off, we can start making a difference instead of having it pile up more than it already is.
Right. Instead of building up that layer. Yeah. Go ahead, Craig.
It's true. Not only did we find like a lot of trash that we can bag, but also like pop-up tents, you know, chairs, all things that you cannot put in a trash bag. So it's a very tough way to dispose of things when you know, they're broken and they're left at the beach. I would say we have to meet down the middle. Mm-hmm. Like if we promote, you know, a cleaner Guam, and then maybe provide the right disposal areas, the trash bins, and then a daily pickup, we'll be able to keep Tengisan clean.
So now we can, with the amount of like aluminum cans and stuff like that, can really go to help with like recycling. That's like another big picture. I know that Guam is really high on that. We start recycling, start doing more green things, you know. That's what we can try to start doing too.
There would be no use. Mm-hmm. There wouldn't be any use at all if we continue to do what we do and the proper disposal is not there. You know, we need, like I said, a family can generate maybe a bag to 5 or even more. And that's just within one day. And you know, how many families go down to the beach? Right. It can probably be more than 20. You know, like that will all add up just for a day, you know, and you're probably gonna need a dump truck to go there and pick up all the trash. But if that takes to go out clean, then we have to do it. So, not to mention, one more thing.
No.
Tourism. You know, I'm pretty sure back in the day when Tengisan was a lot more, you know, beautiful than it is now, I'm pretty sure the tourists used to come down there and enjoy the day. You know, after going, you know, stopping by Two Lovers Point and they want to have a swim, you know, they had pavilions down there in Tengisan. It was beautiful, and you can access both the left end and the right end. Now it's like there's abandoned cars, too many trash, a lot of littering, and it's not how I've seen it 10 to 15 years ago. And that's what like kind of broke my heart. That's why we kind of chose that spot, is that's where we'll make a big difference, and then try and get everybody to jump in.
I like that. And I wanted to get up to the part where you said you guys kind of like picked that spot. It's not that that's the main spot you guys will be cleaning. I know you guys will kind of venture off into other beaches, but I like that you pick the spot and then you have an eye on it. And I think this could also be something for other groups to hear, that because if you think about it, if there's a lot of groups on Guam that are willing to step up, a lot of families that love to step up and help, right? The thing is, they don't know where to go. But with what you guys did is the right thing. Is let's pick a spot. You guys picked Tengisan. I know the Freedom Riders, the biking group. They stopped by a couple of beaches. One of the big ones was Alupang, where they just got all those trash, and they just stuck it on the road. And they also donated drums for trash, because if you've been by Alupang before, there was no place to dispose your trash. So people were like, "Well, we're just gonna leave our trash right here," which they're not supposed to. You could just take your trash with you, but if there's a spot, a drum where people can throw trash, like, oh, there's the trash areas over there. So at least pilot somewhere. So at least the mayor's office. See, I don't know how this works or who's supposed to be cleaning the beaches. I know the mayors are supposed to be, or the Parks and Rec probably have a responsibility there. I don't know really, but I think if we put our trash somewhere where they're all together next to at least something that says trash can, people are like, oh, you know. Probably the mayor will be like, okay, let's check on this beach today or tomorrow. I guess that's one of the ways to keep it clean. I don't know, but it's really nice to see that you guys kind of picked a spot to focus on, So that way you go back and back. So hopefully in the long run, maybe another 2 weeks, people will go back and the beach is clean. They're like, oh, we shouldn't be trashing. I think there's people who come here and clean. We should actually take our trash. So I think that's a good thing. Just concentrate on one spot and just keep it clean, and more people will see it. And I guess will ring in the head that message that like, oh, we're not supposed to be trashing. People actually sweat over picking up other people's trash. So that's a good thing, guys.
Thank you. We were taught when we were younger.
Yeah, go for it.
We're taught when we were younger to like clean our mess, pick up trash. But I'm pretty sure like the ones who litter down at the beaches ain't the youth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So where's everything we've been taught as we get older? It's sad to say, it's adults.
The other thing I wanted to say too was in Alupang, we walk our dog in Alupang. We like to take her to the sunset or during the morning. And it's so sad to see that most of the trash that you find on these beaches are beers, alcohol. You find a whole lot, pretty sure 80% of the trash on the beach is alcohol. Because, people, the sad thing is you walk and you see these cases of beer, and these cases of beer aren't expensive. We're talking $23 to $30 a case of beer. So one, that they have money. Congratulations, that's good on them. You have money. That's my thing. You have money, good on you. You work hard. Okay, you probably work at a 9-to-5 job. You sweat and you get beer. Hey, that's good. That's for you. It's beer is there for you to relax. It's good for a good time, right? They also have pizza boxes, so they stop by for some chow. That's good. Yeah. So they had a good time at the beach. The problem is they had a good time and left. And when they left, they didn't take the cases of beer and the cans and the pizza boxes. Mm-hmm. So what's a way? What do you guys think about this? Like, how can we get the message out there to the folks who want to have a good time yet are lazy to pick up the trash?
Well, what I think we could do, like, not just us, but if you see this message, if you go around and you do this, you drink, you wanna eat, you wanna have a good time with your family, with your friends, just have a bag on you, do whatever you can, put the trash away, and watch other people. They're gonna see that, they'll be like, oh, can we put our trash in with you? At least we have it on hand so that you can help others out if they cannot do it themselves.
Amen. Yeah. Amen. I like that.
Exactly.
We're all entitled to have good vibes. Just make a difference.
Yeah. I like that. Good vibes that make a difference. I like that. It's a win-win. You think about it, it's a win-win. You have a good time, and then you make a difference. It's an equation. 1 + 1, equals something greater.
That's also like about this group. Like, we're just a bunch of guys that like to have a good time. So every time we clean up, every time we do some stuff, we want to have activities after. So we go hit a fish eye, we go swim, we go to the beach, have a good time as well. Yeah. But always, this is like, it works hand in hand. If we can clean up and have a good time, everything will go well.
And what's sweet about a group is we come from different ethnicities. It's not just Chamorros, it's Chamorro, Filipino, Falan, Chuukese, different ethnicities in it. I think we would like to promote this throughout the island, because it shows us if we can get together, we can have a good time, and spread our differences. Pretty sure we can, make everybody do the same. Mm-hmm. We want everybody to jump on this. So you don't have to be part of our group. You can make your own. You can pretty much, it's just common sense. This is our home. Let's keep it clean.
Mm-hmm. Amen. I like that. Now let's talk about you guys talked about the group. What was the group again? GVMD. What does GVMD stand for?
So, good vibes, making a difference. That's basically it. It's like self-explanatory. Everything we do to make a difference and have a good time doing it.
That's awesome. Yeah. And I also like that message that you talked about, Craig. And I know you DM'd me the whole message that you don't have It doesn't have to be a big group that we've known. There are well-known groups out there who spend their time cleaning the islands, which is awesome. But they have other big areas to do, like So when people like a group like yours step up to the plate and be like, we don't have to be a big group. We could just be a group of friends. Let's make a difference.
Yeah. We also want to participate in a lot of other things. Like uh, one of my coworkers, she works for AmeriCorps, and she told us that there's a mass repair at GMH. We volunteered for it, and it was an awesome feeling. We actually went there and we saw that it was safe to do, and we helped them make masks for the frontliners, the doctors, the nurse, and it's a good feeling all around. Like just giving back to the island what you can do. If it's labor and you have the time, I'm pretty sure you would go home knowing that you made a difference. You filled that purpose, in that day, and that's what we want to do. We want to just give back to what we can, what we can do, show the youth that maybe this is something you want to do, and we are. I have a younger cousin that followed me down to the beach, and he saw me talking to the families, and he's like, wow, somebody your age would probably just be, his main goal is to work and have a good time, work and have a good time, repeat. But having to speak out to the families and promote a cleaner Guam, in his eyes, he was surprised, he was moved. And I felt like I hit two birds with one stone there, because I was trying to promote good and I'm teaching the youth. And I want to lead them the right way. I've always been like someone who wants to be a leader. I coach rugby for 3 years, and when I see them till this day, they appreciate it, and I appreciate the time with them. So, yeah.
That's awesome. Now, next thing I want to talk about, and I thought about it, was an idea that came into mind. I was out there just picking up trash too. I think one of the thing is here is, and I'm gonna have to bring in our islands, our fellow FAS citizens, because it doesn't. I think the whole mentality, there's this mentality that, oh, it's not our island. Why would we take our time to clean it? I think when we break that barrier that it's everybody's island, we're living here. I think when we break that and actually make everybody have this idea of this is our home too, I think they'll actually make. So I'm just gonna throw out like a Yappy family. Like my family would be out on the beach and we'll be partying. And I think that if we break this mentality, we could actually, when we're done and we're cleaning and we see other trash, we'll be like, hey, let's just go clean this area, guys. Come on, So when we see, what I'm trying to say is, if the families start to have this whole idea of let's keep Guam clean because it's our island, I think that will also make a difference. And I think that's what I think too. What do you guys think?
And I think so. Coming that like I'm trying. I see some of my families. They do the same thing. They go out, have a good time, and they forget to put the trash.
Right.
My message to that is that if they can see what I'm doing, if they can see what my brothers are doing, we're all from different places. It's a sense of pride. If I can do it and make my family proud and make the Chuukese community, the Kosrae community proud, it will just like boost up like a sense of how do I say it? Like it will just give them more reason to do it. They'll be like, oh, this guy can do it. I can do it too.
Right.
I'm proud of this guy. Let's do it. Let's do it just like him. Like I really want to do this because like I feel like with my platform, with what I can do, with the people I'm connected to, I can really make a big difference in my cultural community. Because I feel like we can do more. We can do so much more with the amount of hands we have, with the abilities we have. Our island people, we're strong. We're able to do. We're capable of so many things. And if we just have pride in what we do, and just pride. Like be proud of where you're from, and show that you can do things that other people can do. Do your part as well.
Yes.
Amen.
For me, it was sad to say, but the day that I went down there, Liberation Day to Easton, one of the groups one of the families that gave me a hard time was not the outer islands. It was the locals. I feel like it was like my people. I tried to talk to them, and I came there politely to ask them, can you just spare me a minute of your time? I just want to promote something, promote a cleaner Guam. They looked at me, and they just showed they didn't care. That's coming from my own people. That was very sad to see, because when I talked to other ethnicities, they were open ear, but yeah, I had a hard time talking to the locals down at the beach. Like, I'm not trying to invade you guys' privacy. I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do. I'm just asking nicely. But even coming as politely as I could, they didn't give me the time. So even our people in Guam need to step up to the plate.
Amen. And honestly, it's going to be a hard task to tackle, but I think 2020 has really taught us a whole lot. One, it shut down the whole earth. And then two, it made a lot of differences. It made a lot of people change the way they're doing things. And I think if we're doing these changes, let's pick cleaning our beaches thing. And I think you guys are off to a great start and tackling it, and continue to tackle it, because the thing about people is that you clean it once and we forget it, and then they come again, they trash, and they come again, there's trash, they put trash. So we keep cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. I think it'll build this whole idea of like, oh shit, you got to keep this, keep the beach clean. I think if the more we do it, the more people see it, the more the whole idea would stick. That like, hey, don't trash.
Yeah. And we're gonna keep on until we do our best to make a difference. Hopefully, it'll be a better Guam, 2021, 2022. Hopefully, this whole island can be clean and we can promote it in a good way. Because if you think about it, I know tourism is a good source of income for, they come here not just to enjoy the food, but they come here to enjoy the scenery. Mm-hmm. And what scenery would they like to come to if it's just trashed up everywhere? How are we gonna maintain living a healthy life, like flourishing?
Amen.
How can we keep that money coming?
Well, honestly, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get you both on the podcast called the One Micronesia, because our aim on the podcast is to make everything. I think unity was all the main goal, is to unite under one cause, and just proceed on and to help. So with you guys, it's with the Keeping Guam Clean, and it's really uniting. And we have Melo from Kosrae and Chuuk, and then Craig from Guam. I think the unity here, together we can go forward in creating a beautiful and a beautiful Guam, beautiful and clean Guam. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, well, guys, we have a little bit more time here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let you guys finish. Let's talk about the future. You guys had plans for the future. What are some of them?
So yeah, so we so most of the guys in our group, we all come from like an athletic background. We like to play sports. We like to do things with our time, and we wanted to invest in the youth. See like spread a good message to them through sports. Yeah, you want to talk more about that? This was
So for our youth, we want to encourage them in sports, healthy lifestyle, and plan for the future. Some of us are in the military. Some of us have government jobs. Some of us go to college. We just want them to be happy and to pursue their future in whichever way they want. We just want them to stay on the right track. Maybe not enjoy yourself, too much in life, and just keep a focus, a positive mind to what you want to become later on in the future. Yeah, there's I have regrets too. I should have done things when I was younger, but yeah, I was too indulged in having a good time that I didn't want anything else. And now that I'm at this age, it's an eye opener. So I want to give the kids what I couldn't, what I've lacked. And it's just keeping the focused mind. We want to steer them the right way, and hopefully, investing in our youth will make a better Guam. And
so by doing that, we were thinking of like doing activities like play rugby. He plays rugby. I paddle. So we can like do some things where we can have clinics for them, spread messages, spread life coaching basically.
We want a life coach, like maybe after a good day of practice with rugby. Hopefully everything comes back, like goes back to normal to where we can host those things. I would like to participate in coaching for rugby. I'm pretty sure Melo would do the same for paddling and things like that.
Yeah, and not just those sports. Basketball, football, soccer,
whatever we can.
Anything that we can do to because sports is like a universal language. We can get to at any kind of a race or any kind of ethnicity. We all come together through sports. That's another way, and we want to spread our message through that.
And if they would like to join us in either the coastal cleanups or volunteer work at a GMH or even soup kitchens later down in the future, we want to show them the light. We want to show them what they can do for the island as they're growing up, and if it's time for them to promote it to their youth, keep the cycle going. I think it would be a good way to promote.
That's what we really want to do. Continue the cycle where if we can do it, the next generation can do it, and they'll pass it down and continue to keep this island clean, continue to steer each other in the right paths, so on and so forth.
All right. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. Just real quick here. Do you guys have any events coming up? Is there a set date for the next couple of weeks, for the next couple of months of your cleaning schedule? Just in case somebody out there wants to join your group and just keeping Guam clean. Do you guys have a schedule, or where can they reach you guys to get more details, information?
So we usually just get ideas like through our meetings. We just like check the boys to see what we can hit up. So our plan was tomorrow actually, we're probably gonna go check on Tagatsang Beach down in Zonia. So we're probably hitting that up tomorrow, and throughout the week we work with our schedules. So there's some guys that can make it on the weekends, some that can't. So during the weekdays, we're thinking of hitting up Marito Pier, thinking of having like a dive cleanup where we can swim down to the bottom, pick up trash, whatever we can, and just have a good time in the process. So, but for now, tomorrow, will be Tagatsang Beach in Jonia, 8 to 12, 8 to 8 a.m. So.
Okay. All right. Well, guys. What was that? What you said?
We contact the mayor for Zonia, and we told them that we'll be coming down from 8 to 12. So hopefully they can pick up whatever trash they can as we bag it up and keep the beach clean. So wherever we go, we try to contact the mayor of that village and let them know that we're coming.
And you can check us on Instagram. That's how we usually connect with people. So my Instagram is shift_Melo. And
Craig Bascon, just look me up. Yeah. I got Facebook, and Instagram.
You can reach us there.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for all that you're doing and will continue to do, especially for our island, man. It really goes a long way. Thank you guys so much. The time that you're putting in, the sweat. Thank you guys so much. I hope people who watch this podcast will watch it over and over. Will get that whole idea that, we need to keep Guam clean, one trash at a time. So thank you so much for doing so.
Thank you for having us, bro.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right, guys. Thank you. You have a great one. All right, man. That pretty much concludes the One Micronesia Podcast, another episode, and it's all about keeping Guam clean. Now, you saw both Melo and Craig from different backgrounds, but come together as one group to keep Guam clean. So I hope that idea, that whole message reaches people out there to keep Guam clean. You go out this weekend or the next weekend or whatever weekend or whatever day you go out to the beaches. If you get a trash or whatever you got, pick up your trash when you're done partying and have a good time, and just bring it to the trash wherever it's at. So until then, you guys have a great one. My name is Victorious for the One Micronesia Podcast. You guys have a great one. Peace.